All right, what's good, guys? It's Jay back in the building, and I hope you guys like the thumbnail for one. Just let me get that out there. It took me a little bit of time, so if you guys do enjoy that sort of stuff, like it's just like a little bit of fun, and I did have fun making it. So, and I do enjoy like making these videos for you guys, and I hope they do help. You can always reach out to me. Like I can't stress that enough. Like if you guys do have questions or you're not understanding, how I trade or where my trend lines are formed or drawn or whatever you want to call it, you can always like shoot me a DM on Twitter. Like I mean, I've had trouble getting around to them in the past just because on the J Trades account I did have like an overwhelming amount of DMs, but on here it is more personal and I do like interact with people a lot more. And but yeah, other than that, I just want to say that today was amazing. It went exactly how I would have liked it to go. I mean, maybe not exactly how I would have liked it to go, but it was pretty much perfect. Like it just kind of solidified my bias and my theory that we were going to get a massive squeeze up from this 350, this upper 350 range, like I was talking about like multiple times. Like I don't know how many times I had to stress that, but yeah, so just want to bring up the 4 hour chart again. So I did mention yesterday, obviously, that we got this trend break, and obviously this is what triggered, the short squeeze in my opinion, hitting the sell side liquidity, and then essentially just hitting like the fucking Terra Maxim Giga Mosaic Crescent Moon, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Like I ain't never seen anything like it. Okay, I've seen stuff like it a few times, but okay. Anyways, so we did get that necessary 4 hour pullback that I was talking about. And I talked about that in a tweet. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. to check futures and yep, right here. So futures pointing in the necessary 4 hour pullback. Okay, 373 and 370, big spots to watch today. And that was from my 4 hour fib retracements. So basically, well, 370, that's an approximation. So 373 up here too. That's a 2-3. So yeah, I already had some levels in place and from yesterday too. And holy yo, futures moon, bro. What the Hey, hey, I swung calls with the group chat, so we about to eat tomorrow if that holds. I'm just saying, if I get bagged, you didn't hear that part, but like, all right. Anyways, let me go to the 5 minute action real quick. So, okay, just starting at the beginning of the day. So I was up, I was in the gym at around 6:15. So I did get to, I'm in the gym at 6:15 just for the fact that it makes me not trade the market open because I always get fucked like at market open pretty badly if I do trade like like the first 15 minutes or first like whatever the first like opening range because like I do like seeing that range being established and it makes trading a lot easier. Like it gives you a blueprint if you do wait and you're patient and wait for your setups and see the range being established and get your retracements in there, whatever. It helps so much. It's made me so much more profitable as a trader just waiting for the right setup. Like I know like that's super cliche to say, but it's true. Like the more patient you are, the more opportunities you'll be able to see because you can visualize things happening before they happen. And right here, if you're looking at a setup like this is not a setup. This is, I guess you call it a flag, whatever. It's not a setup. It's literally a gamble. You're just throwing like darts at a wall and hitting fucking nothing. Like you're hitting like fucking your mom's ass, bro. Like, all right. Anyways, so yeah. So basically, we set the opening range on this candle right here, and this was super important because obviously, as you can see, we rejected there again, and that was also the 3-8 from yesterday. So it was pretty helpful to see that. And just so I did start. The one important thing that I forgot, why we chopped so hard in that first like opening 30-ish minutes. So data was released at 7 for me, so that's like 10 for Eastern time. But okay, so yeah, we chopped so hard in that range just because of the fact that we had PMI data that was released at 7 o'clock. So, and I totally would have forgotten about that if it wasn't for the group chat. So shout out them. They really saved me right there because I did start scaling in some short, just like as a little like PMI lotto, whatever, because I did think it would be worse than expected. I don't think it was actually worse than expected, which is why I was kind of suspicious about the big knife. So But we did end up breaking the 373 level that I was talking about. So that is where I was, kind of, but I did scale out. I did scale out short, like right here, like in this range, just because the knife was so large, like in those moves, like the IV can get fucked with, whatever. And so I scaled out short, but I still left some just because we obviously didn't really have any signs of reversing yet. But then I think I tweeted out. mm Yeah, right here. So this is where decent spot to cover short, and that was where I covered my 368. Wait, I think those are 370. I'm not sure. I think that was supposed to be 37. No, those were definitely 368. Okay, never mind. I forgot. But yeah, so no, right here, this is where I covered short, and that actually happened to be the low of day, and I did tweet that out. So I was pretty happy about that call. Just letting people like shorts know to get the fuck out. Like, you don't want to be in this shit right now because you're about to get fucking like, holy shit, dude. They got back. Oh my God, bro. That shit is disgusting, my nigga. Damn. All right. Anyways. I was getting off track. But yeah. So basically, high volume is like where I do tend, like, this is where I was going over yesterday. High volume candles are where you start to see reversals happen, and obviously these wicks are like ugly, but just like I was inclined to just cover my short down here just because we were starting to break trend, and that was what happened. We started a new uptrend from there, like pretty much, well, no more low day from there. So yeah, and then my second trade of the day. It was at around 8 o'clock, so 8:11. Yeah, I said nice consolidation. We're gonna moon, to be honest, and so that was around like right here, and I was scaling into calls. So basically, this was my thesis right here was as long as we hold this low of day, we can go up and test VWAP. Just because we've had so much consolidation in this range for around 20-25 minutes, and that's usually what I like to see, And I did kind of like anticipate the breakout because I knew it would break out. Like I mean, there's certain things like once you see enough candles, like you'll know what's gonna happen. And basically, I wrote it all the way up to VWAP, took my first sell right here, and then second, another sell right here, and that was at the downtrend line just from like these candles over here, and it ended up almost faking me out. I did say I was talking in the group chat and I was like, "Yo, like this is I've seen this setup way too many times to not know what's gonna happen next." Like I thought we were gonna get a really massive just like candle right after this small green one right here, but actually it ended up being a big knife and I almost got stopped out, but I did not. So that was nice because well, I mean, I didn't. Well, it almost hit my trailing stop. You know what I mean? Okay, so I already had my entry from down here. But then I ended up selling at the high a day. So that was my final yeah, so no, that was my final sell, and then I had one runner left that I left throughout the day. That was probably the big gain that you saw, like the 200, yeah, no, this one right here. So, and I'm just like talking shit, talking about paying for the fucking Bears, whatever. And I was frustrated at one point because felt like the group chat wasn't listening, but it's all good. Yeah, so I actually did break my rules today, so that was interesting. I did buy some 0 day contracts, and I tried not to fight the trend today, like I really tried not to. So right here, up here at this candle, we did have this trend that I was eyeing. So this is what I wanted to lotto like a 0 day call, whatever, just because I knew that we were kind of gonna break through and go to yesterday's high. So right here is where I started scaling in on this big red candle just because we were touching like this trend line, and my target was I think it was around yeah, 377.5. So that was a big level from yesterday, so well, approximation, and ended up writing that out, and it ended up being like around 100% trade just because of the 0 days. I forgot how fucking crazy those are, like four just like moon candles back to back. Well, five technically, because I started selling into this strength right here, and that was a really nice trade. But then I actually took puts on this trend break, and right here is where I started scaling into puts. So basically my first ad was right here, and then my second ad was like right in this range, and I was kind of scared I was gonna get bagged, not gonna lie, because like I was like, oh shit, like here I go fighting the trend, and so I had two ads, and those were right here on some more 0 days. So I was kind of just like lottoing for fun, just because I had had such a good week, and obviously, so this trend break right here. I thought it was backed by volume just because we sold off so hard right here and we got a massive red candle, and I was like, like I don't think we're gonna make another high day just based on the volume that we've seen here. But oh yeah, let me touch on this real quick. So right here on this green candle up is where I knew, like on this breakout, is where I was like, okay, well, any pullback you gotta add right here just based on this volume in this candle, because like, the volume in these red candles was so low, and adding to like any like any call position would definitely like have some continuation up, just because looking at, I don't have it on here because I mostly trade on my phone, but you know, mm, I don't have MACD on here, but I was looking at MACD as well, whatever. And, just taking these little like triangular breakouts like throughout the day was just, so nice, just because you could keep following the trend or keep rolling your position, whatever you wanted to do. That suits your trading style the best. Personally, I like just like holding and just like scaling out slowly because it looks better like when you have like big gains and stuff like that. And yeah, so going back to my put trade right here, so I did end up selling for about 26% right here. And well, that was my first sell, and then I got stopped out, obviously, like up here in this range at break even, and the downtrend was breaking too, so I did get stopped out, but that's why I'm counting it as half a win. It's kind of a win, but yeah. So after that, this downtrend break was nice for a lot of people because we broke out, and then we came and retested the uptrend line, and then we went and almost hit 380. So man, you could have got there was a lot of quality setups out there, especially for the 0 day players. I know those 0 day contracts probably went 800% at people that were maybe like adding at the bottom, because we got like, an 8 point intraday move, which is absolutely fucking nuts. And that range is just amazing for people that are day trading, scalping, whatever. I didn't, I wasn't really paying attention to the close, so I didn't know we hit 380, because I was I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was playing basketball at the park, and basically right here I started watching just like for the last 15 minutes of the day, just seeing what the price action would be like, and it was kind of ugly, but I mean I thought that right there I thought we would have a bear trap near the end of the day, just to like like get some more short liquidity in there and see if any buyers come, and that's why the group chat and I basically swung calls, and like I think most of us will wake up to a pretty nice gain tomorrow, because this is how we ended up closing on futures, which is pretty remarkable. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the thumbnail and just like going through the gains and stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, basically, oh yeah, let me check real quick and see if any questions. Didn't get that much interaction on my tweet. These guys are trolling. Outside of trend lines, what else do you use to determine your entries for trades? Okay, that's a good question. So outside of trend lines, there's nothing outside of trend lines. That's pretty much it. I mean, like I do like uh adding at key fib levels, pullbacks, whatever. I do like trying to anticipate that trend break before it actually happens. And that's something that'll come with time. If you're a newer trader, I definitely don't recommend doing that. Like you should definitely wait for confirmation, but sometimes I get a little bit ahead of myself, and it's a bad habit, I'll admit that. But right here, for example, I was entering long before this broke out, just because I could tell where the momentum was shifting, and just based on the 4 hour as well, the dip is being consolidated in, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I mean, and volume is another big one, like it determines my exits, my entries, pretty much everything, like volume is super important. Uh, Thoughts and approach to market open. First 30 minutes of the session. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I kind of went over that briefly. I don't trade the first 30 minutes. I try to wait 20 minutes or more after market open, so I see the range that's being set. I usually like to see some reversals or like stuff like that. Just stuff where I can put in a set of fibs, whatever, and I can kind of like play those retraces, have some levels, be able to use VWAP as a target for my trades, all that kind of stuff. But on the rare occasion that we do have data, I'll play like a little lotto, whatever. Um, Nah, your profile picture is wild. Yeah, it was Dahmer at one point. Price targets and levels. Price targets. I've gone over this quite a few times. Like price target is almost always VWAP if I'm going for a reversal. I think that's it's pretty easy to use. Like I mean, like here, like just targeting VWAP from this, it's like a 1.5 point bounce. Like I mean, that's not a bad target, and high a days, low a days. I used yesterday's low a day right here to start adding. So if yesterday's low a day broke, then, well, I mean, yesterday's pre-market lows. If yesterday's pre-market lows, I probably would have stopped out of the trade. I mean, that's right in this range. And we actually did not go lower than yesterday's pre-market lows again. So, hey, uh, but oh yeah, let me go back to the questions. Do a vlog. Kind of want to get into travel vlogs. I think that would be pretty like I think that would be pretty fun. Or maybe like just refreshing my basketball podcast. Fucking love hoops, bro. Um yeah, but we're gonna watch Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs in a little bit. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free, shoot me a shot. But thanks so much for coming to the video. I'm pretty sure we are going to get a nice continuation move up tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, probably continuation move up, some chop, whatever you want to call it. But I do think we're gonna gap up pretty big tomorrow, and it looks pretty likely just based on how we closed on futures. Like Jesus. But okay, yeah, yeah, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting, my endeavors so far. I'm not really sure what I want to do with this completely, but I do like making YouTube videos uh, and and helping people. So the more people I can help, the better. But yeah, all right, peace out.